family, it is Money Monday, and people across the world are tuning in. Shout out to all my friends in Barbados checking in online. Major love to my friends in Jamaica checking in, saying, Willie Mo, we are listening to you. In the studio with me is Janai Thornton, our financial specialist. Today we are discussing student loans, Crystal Lee's favorite subject, because she is definitely knocking down her student loans and teaching people every single week on how they can do it too. So, Janai,
yes,
back to school time. People are really, really getting into the student loan thing. But I do want to know this. If people who have student loans right now, they're out, they're in the workforce, and they realize, like, wow, I can't really pay this.
Right.
Is there an option for them to kind of refinance their student loans if they have private loans?
You actually can refinance, and there are a few good companies I want people to check out. And go to studentaid.ed.gov, and they'll list all the different programs for you. But just to be honest, there aren't a whole lot of options, though.
Yeah, they ain't forgiving them student loans.
No.
Janai, I got to ask you this.
Sure.
You're just not tuning in. We're talking about student loans with our financial specialist, Janai Thornton. Somebody just hit us. They said, Willie Mo, I'm behind.
Right.
My loans are in default. I ain't called them people in a very long time.
Right.
What can I do? Because I'm kind of feeling guilty listening to you all. What should they do?
Well, a lot of times, when we've talked about debt in the past, the worst thing that you can ever do is not communicate with your lender. No matter if it's your credit card, auto loans, student loans, I want you to communicate even if you cannot pay.
Okay.
And let's see what you can possibly afford to pay. So maybe there's a modified payment plan, again, if these are federally backed student loans. But if you've lost a job, you don't have enough income, please show that you're communicating with them, because at least we want that indicated. Do not run and hide from these lenders at all. Please don't do that.
Don't run.
No running and no hiding. Let's take those phone calls.
Family, right now we are keeping it 100 with Janai Thornton, our financial specialist, and people across the country are being extremely transparent about their financial situation. In fact, I got a call on the line right now. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, I'm Shanice Jackson. I'm calling from Farmington Hills, Michigan, and I have a quick question. I've been paying on my student loans for 10 years now. I'm a state worker, and I want to know a reputable site that I can get my loans forbearance on.
I want you to go to studentaid.ed.gov.
Studentaid.ed.gov.
And there actually is an application right on that website that you can apply.
Thank you so very, very much.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for calling.
Indeed.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Janai, I heard the relief in her voice.
Did you see how excited? I think she's about to pull over and do that right now.
Go ahead, honey. You better defer that. Come on, somebody. Hey, family, right now we are keeping it 100 with our financial specialist, Janai Thornton. And people are keeping it real 100 today about their financial issues because they want real solutions. In fact, I got a call on the line right now. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Man, Raleigh Wood is in the house. I just left Raleigh. I love it.
I know. I was there.
Man, praise God. What's your financial question, bro?
So I got a daughter that she's going into her second year in college, and she doesn't qualify for the federal loan. She only qualifies for the private ones because her parents make too much money.
You're making that money.
What do we need to do to make her an independent student? Because that's our money, not hers.
Right. Well, every state handles that a little differently. And it's funny. My son went to North Carolina A&T and Aggie Pride. But he said it first.
You guys.
But anyway, I live in Georgia, and he became a North Carolina resident. So every state has a different set of rules on how you become independent. So that's published, though, so you could find out. He had to make a certain amount of money. He had to have a North Carolina driver's license. He had to be registered to vote in North Carolina. Each state has its own list. Figure out what that list is and begin to knock that list down so now she could become independent.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you for checking
That's
in, bro.
That's a good strategy, too.
All right, thanks.
Indeed.
Thanks, Daniel.
Janai, my son, I think he wants to attend a North Carolina school as well. And I know...
But the school he wants to attend is private.
Okay.
And so regardless of where you live, the tuition is the same.
It's going to be the same.
It's the same. So that strategy is not going to work for y'all.
Okay. I was taking the wrong notes. Praise God. Let me just get my eraser ready.
Erase that off.
Yeah.
It is. That's a private school.
Wow. People across the country are keeping it real 100. What's your financial question? I believe this. Once the brain is stretched, it can never go back to its original form. Get the information that you need. It takes you being vulnerable, but I know you can do it. The number's 1-877-345-7747. I got a caller on the line right now, ready to keep it 100. You on the line with your nephew. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Willie. I'm calling from Philadelphia. My name is Khadijah. How are you?
Hey, Khadijah.
Hey.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Doing amazing. What's your financial question?
I have a question. This is my first time enrolling my daughter into college. She starts in August, the end of August.
Nice.
But she
Congratulations.
still have a balance of $12,844. Should I take out a Parent Plus loan?
So let me just explain to you how Parent Plus loans work, and then you can decide if what works for you.
Okay.
Number one, whether your child graduates or not, you are responsible for that debt. That debt never transfers to your daughter. That is your loan.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can live with that, then you can do that. The other thing too, Crystal Lee said she got the
Crystal
Parent
Lee
Plus
still
loans
got
too.
her mama in debt. She
Right.
said,
The other thing too is you just want to make sure that you're clear on when the payments are going to begin, because some of those Parent Plus loans, it is not after school ends. Those can actually begin during school.
wow.
So
Okay.
just find out the rules. So that's the thing. I've had parents call up here and say, "Hey, my child graduated, but they won't pay the loan." They don't have to.
It's all you.
That is your loan. That is your
It's
debt.
all on me.
It is 100% on you. So just
And see,
consider
that's
that
what
in
I
your
don't
decision.
want. I'm trying to figure out a way to keep it under her,
Right.
so I don't get stuck with this. Is there any other way that I can go to get a loan for her for this amount?
Well, that's kind of the challenge, is that, there's a cap on loans, and that's why they end up pushing those private loans. They're so easy to get, because the federal loans, there's a set amount that you can get. Now, the only thing, you might have to make a short-term decision now, but what I really like to do, I like to see your daughter get involved in this process.
Okay.
What money is she going to be looking for on campus to help pay for this? Because I see parents busting their behinds trying to make miracles happen, and then the kids are sitting back like, what we going to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so I need her engaged.
Yeah, she
And-
got to be a part of the plan. Thank you
Yes.
for checking in.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank
You
you,
also,
Khadijah.
Janai, listen, so many parents are checking in. How can they find you on social media to keep this conversation going?
You can find me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON.
Indeed, we really appreciate you checking in. I feel
Absolutely.
like the relief in the phone calls. Come on, somebody.